Hey, welcome back to Bobb-z Callahan's Word of Advice. And for today's video, again, talking about a topic which can relate to you and me and everyone else, I wanted to talk about conquering fears. And this came to me very recently because I thought about how 8 years ago, in the year 2006, when I conquered a fear which I thought I would never conquer at all. And this was riding roller coasters. You see, for years when I was much younger, my parents and I would always come up to a little town called Lakeside, Ohio, and one day during our vacation, we would go to Cedar Point. And I'll admit, I had a lot of fun on the smaller rides at Cedar Point, but when it came to the idea of riding a roller coaster, that just freaked me out. Heck, even going on one of the water rides there, which, well, now, by my standards today, doesn't seem that huge of a deal at all. Back then, going on something like that was just too exciting for me. I didn't feel like it was something I wanted to do every day. But then in 2006, my cousin joined me at Cedar Point, and he wanted to ride what is called Millennium Force, the first roller coaster to break 300 feet, and it goes over 90 miles an hour. So here I was, and, this seemed like a totally freaky idea to me, but I said, okay, I'll go on it, and if I don't come back, then you can have all my money. Well, as it turned out, I did survive riding Millennium Force, and I conquered a fear. And ever since then, I have enjoyed riding roller coasters. This is one of those examples where I conquered a fear, and, for years it seemed like something I would never get over. It didn't seem like something I wanted to do. But I overcame my fear by breaking my comfort zone. And this is the point that I wanted to make in this video. I know I kind of went off telling my own story for a second, but I wanted to emphasize this point about how you can conquer a fear that's in your life. Whether that's something like getting on a stage and performing a song in front of people, or heck, maybe riding roller coasters is something that you've been fearful to do, or maybe it's a fear of heights. And I'm not talking about going up really high to a risky place, like, maybe trying to walk on a tightrope at the circus or something. I'm not talking about that, but like going up on a huge structure like the Eiffel Tower. Or heck, maybe there's the fear of flying. Whatever your fear is. Yeah, I've been there before where I have felt nervous about conquering certain fears in my life, but I have discovered that the more I have tried to get out of my comfort zone and conquer fears in my life, that has helped me become more confident when it came to breaking other fears that I've had. And of course, with God's help as well, knowing that God is always there, He has helped me even more when it comes to conquering fears in my life. One last thing I wanted to note out, I wanted to throw out in this video, is that there are some things which we all will probably be fearful to do, and in some cases, it's okay to say no to doing those certain things, because there may be sometimes in your life when someone may ask you to do something which is actually very, very dangerous. And some people may even ask you to do something that's stupid, like going out onto the road at 3 a.m. in the morning, and you're in one car, someone's in another car, and you're racing one another at 90 miles an hour. If there is some kind of thing which someone is asking you to do, or if they're tempting you to do it, and you're feeling fearful for your life, use your head. don't fall into doing something stupid which could really harm you or kill you. Unfortunately, a lot of people in history have given in to peer pressure, and they have not wanted to feel like they are chicken, and people have lost their lives by doing stuff which is stupid, and they have not taken the other route, which is saying, no, I don't want to do that because I'm nervous about what's going to happen. And some people, they may not even feel nervous. They know better, they're using their head, and they don't want to get hurt or killed. If you are fearful about something dangerous or stupid, don't feel nervous about saying no to that. But when it comes to other fears, which, as I mentioned before, like whether it's singing on a stage or riding a roller coaster or a fear of heights or the fear of flying, stuff which, is definitely not going to harm you, don't be afraid of trying to conquer fears like that. The more you conquer fears, the more confident you can grow. And if you remember that God is with you as well throughout all of these things, then you can conquer fears, and you should see the confidence flowing through you over time. It's happened in my life, and I'm sure it can happen in yours as well. So with that, this is all I wanted to talk about for this word of advice video. Certainly hope what I've had to talk about in this video will come in handy. Be sure to come back for another word of advice video.